Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're recovering a rapidly developing story in the Middle East, one that has got both regional and global attention. Reports emerging from Yemen have revealed a highly sophisticated underground operation that has stunned the Israeli Defense Forces and reshaped conversations about modern asymmetrical warfare. This is the story of what many are now calling the Yemeni tunnel operation, a remarkable display of engineering, strategy, and intelligence that may mark a turning point in the ongoing regional conflict. To understand the magnitude of this operation, we need to step back and look at the broader context of the Middle East right now. The region remains one of the most complex and militarized areas in the world, where multiple actors, state and non-state, operate in a constant state of tension. The war in Gaza, the confrontation between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, U.S. naval patrols in the Red Sea, and now Yemen's increasingly bold actions have all converged into what analysts describe as a multi-front security crisis. At the center of this latest incident are the Yemeni armed groups known as the Houthis, officially called Ansar Allah. Over the past several years, they have evolved from a regional insurgent movement into a powerful, organized force with growing technological sophistication. Their operations have included drone attacks, ballistic missile launches, and naval raids, but the revelation of a large, strategically constructed tunnel network has taken observers by surprise. According to intelligence sources and satellite imagery analyzed by defense experts, the tunnel complex was not just a simple underground shelter. It was a fully functional operational system designed for the concealment, transport, and deployment of weapons, drones, and personnel. The tunnels reportedly stretched 4 kilometers beneath Yemeni highlands and extended toward key military zones, hidden deep under layers of reinforced terrain. For years, Israel has kept a close watch on Yemen's Houthi capabilities. This concern intensified after the Houthis began targeting Israeli-linked vessels in the Red Sea and launching missiles towards southern Israel. But this tunnel operation represents a completely new level of capability, not just tactical, but strategic. Sources suggest that the tunnels may have been used to store medium-range missiles and drones capable of reaching Israeli territory or allied naval forces in the Red Sea. This has raised serious concerns in Tel Aviv and Washington, as it signals that Yemen may now possess a form of strategic deterrence, similar to Hezbollah's underground arsenal in Lebanon. The surprise, however, was not just the tunnels themselves, it was the timing and execution of the operation. Israeli defense analysts reportedly underestimated the scale and precision of Yemen's underground infrastructure. When the tunnels were revealed allegedly through a combination of leaks, intercepted communications, and reconnaissance footage, Israeli military planners were said to be stunned by the complexity of what they found. The Israeli Defense Forces, or IDF, pride themselves on having one of the world's most advanced tunnel detection and destruction systems, developed during years of operations against Hamas in Gaza. However, Yemen's rugged geography, deeper soil composition, and dispersed networks have made such detection efforts far more difficult. This realization has sparked renewed debate inside Israel's defense establishment about whether its counter-tunnel technology is effective beyond Gaza's environment. But beyond the technical aspects lies the geopolitical significance. Yemen's operation has sent a strong message not only to Israel but to the broader US-backed alliance in the region. It demonstrates that the Houthis are no longer just a domestic rebel force. They are now a regional actor capable of executing complex, multi-domain military operations. Many defense experts believe Iran's influence is key to this transformation. Tehran has been accused for years of providing the Houthis with technology, training, and weapons systems. From guided drones to ballistic missile blueprints, Iranian fingerprints have appeared across multiple Houthi advances. If the Yemeni tunnel system was indeed constructed with Iranian engineering guidance, it would represent another layer of Tehran's strategic encirclement, linking Iranian-backed groups from Lebanon and Syria to Iraq, Yemen, and beyond. For Israel, this presents a multi-front dilemma. The IDF has long planned for the possibility of simultaneous conflicts with Hezbollah in the north and Hamas in the south. Now, the addition of a potential threat axis from Yemen to the south introduces a new variable, one that stretches Israeli defense resources even thinner. Internationally, this operation also puts pressure on U.S. and allied naval forces stationed in the Red Sea. The Houthis have already disrupted one of the world's busiest maritime trade routes through drone and missile attacks, targeting commercial shipping. If their tunnel system can support sustained long-range missile or drone operations, it could dramatically increase the threat to regional trade and energy security. Satellite imagery released by independent defense monitors appears to show large subterranean entrances, camouflaged under natural terrain and reinforced with steel and concrete. Some images show ventilation shafts disguised as natural rock formations, a level of engineering that mirrors techniques used by Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. The tunnels reportedly include storage chambers, communications centers, and even power facilities, suggesting long-term habitation and sustained operational readiness. For Israel's intelligence community, this is an alarming development. If the Houthis can build and maintain such a network undetected for years, it means that the current surveillance and reconnaissance methods, including satellite sweeps, signal monitoring, and regional intelligence sharing, may not be sufficient in this theater. Yemeni officials aligned with the Houthi movement have publicly boasted about their underground capabilities, claiming that what's been revealed is only a fraction of their actual strength. They describe their tunnels as a shield of the oppressed, portraying them as defensive structures against foreign intervention. However, their placement and construction indicate strategic offensive potential, designed not only for protection but for launching coordinated strikes while remaining hidden from aerial surveillance. The timing of this revelation also coincides with heightened tensions across the region. In recent months, Israel has conducted multiple airstrikes in Syria and Lebanon targeting Iranian-linked assets. Meanwhile, U.S. naval task forces have intercepted Houthi-launched missiles and drones aimed toward Israel and commercial ships. The exposure of Yemen's tunnels adds another flashpoint to an already volatile equation. Global reactions have been mixed. Some Western officials have downplayed the strategic significance, framing it as a defensive measure by a non-state actor. Others, particularly in the defense analysis community, see it as part of a coordinated effort by Iran and its allies to establish a network of underground and missile-based deterrents across the region, effectively forming what some call a tunnel arc from the Mediterranean to the Arabian Peninsula. For the people of Yemen, however, the story has a different meaning. The country has been ravaged by war and humanitarian crisis for nearly a decade. Amid famine and blockade, the construction of massive underground structures is seen by many as both a sign of resilience and a grim reminder of how deeply entrenched the conflict has become. From a military perspective, experts point out that tunnel warfare offers several key advantages for groups facing technologically superior adversaries. It provides protection from aerial bombardment, concealment of weapons, and the ability to surprise opponents with unpredictable attacks. In Yemen's case, the rugged terrain makes aerial detection extremely difficult, while access to the sea allows for potential smuggling of construction materials and equipment. Looking ahead, the discovery of these tunnels will likely push Israel and its allies to adapt their surveillance methods. Expect to see more satellite reconnaissance, drone overflights, and regional intelligence sharing focused on Yemen's northern and western highlands. The United States, already engaged in Red Sea security operations, may expand its intelligence cooperation with Israel to monitor the situation more closely. In response, the Houthis are likely to leverage this newfound visibility for propaganda purposes. By showcasing their engineering capabilities and defying Israeli detection, they can strengthen their political image domestically and among allied movements across the region. The tunnel revelation may also reshape ongoing diplomatic efforts. Peace talks between Saudi Arabia and the Houthis had been making gradual progress, but this latest development could complicate the process. Riyadh now faces the dilemma of balancing its fragile truce with Yemen while maintaining alignment with U.S. and Israeli security concerns. In the long run, the Yemeni tunnel operation underscores a broader trend in modern warfare: the shift toward underground, asymmetric, and hybrid operations that blur the line between defense and offense. Whether in Gaza, Lebanon, or now Yemen, tunnels have become a key tool in the playbook of resistance movements facing technologically advanced militaries. The question now is how Israel and its partners will respond. Direct military intervention in Yemen is unlikely due to logistical and political constraints, but increased intelligence operations, cyber measures, and potential covert strikes cannot be ruled out. What is certain is that the Middle East has just gained another front, one that operates largely beneath the surface, both literally and figuratively. As always, we'll continue monitoring this story closely as it develops. The Yemeni tunnel revelation is not just another military headline, it's a sign of the evolving nature of conflict in the region, where technology, terrain, and tactics merge in new and unpredictable ways. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fact-based analysis on global defense and geopolitics.